You always want to know how you could be able to learn to code faster and stop spending all those countless years of your life, those hours of trial and error. After all those years of experience, today I'm going to be sharing with you how to stop wasting your precious time on unnecessary things and focus only on what's most important to you so you can start learning to code faster. So let's start with the number one reason that most programmers, especially beginners, waste their time in. And this is called tutorial hell. You start building tutorial after tutorial. You go into different articles, you go into YouTube, you try to follow a pattern, and then months go by, and then you realize that you haven't built anything important. On the contrary, you could have focused into building some side projects, and this will make your portfolio stronger. So in case you want to switch jobs, you would be able to do so. Building side projects might actually be one of the best ways for you to learn how to program faster. Another way that could really benefit you into start learning to code faster is if you could go into websites like Google, for example, Stack Overflow, Quora, and probably the programming language that you're trying to learn has also some kind of forum that you can go in, some community that can help you with that, and pretty much ask any questions that you have. Most of the times the community would be happy to help you learn something or answer to a question of yours. This means that you have already tried to find the solution to your problem, and then once you've tried everything and searched everywhere, you can go and ask your question into websites like Stack Overflow, for example. To be honest, most of the times, someone else who might have the same exact problem like you do. And in that case, the community might have already helped and replied to this question. And then you can go read the question, check on the replies, and check if this is of any help for you. But please make sure that if you go and try to post on places like Stack Overflow, for example, you have already performed some kind of research for you, because those kind of communities don't really like people that haven't tried anything for themselves first. So one more thing that I have really benefited from over the years is open source projects. Try to figure out why this was done like that, what was the decision behind that, what was the code patterns maybe, and besides building side projects, looking into other people's code and other people's pull requests could be of really benefit for you. For myself, I have found over the years, going to open source project and figure out why they decided to go that way, what's the code practice behind that, and why they implemented it in a certain way would really help you evolve. And you could also make use of those thought processes and patterns for your own code projects as well. This is usually because you're getting a perspective for other persons, something that you might have not thought about yourself in the first place. So in order to make the process easier for you to learn to code faster, would be to focus into one programming language at a time and not try to fit everything in. So for example, if you want to learn C or Java or PHP, just focus on that bit and be the best in that. Start building projects and focus in this language specifically and try to become better at it. So one quick example would be, let's say that you like to learn PHP, for example, right? So you start learning PHP, and when you think you're becoming better at it, then you can go and learn a PHP framework, such as Laravel. So once you learn this language framework, then you can focus into other stuff. For example, you might want to become a full stack engineer, so you start focusing mostly on the front-end part. So you start learning JavaScript. And then you can go ahead and try to learn a JavaScript framework, for example, like Vue or React. But because this field has become very competitive, I suggest that you only learn one language at a time. And once you feel very comfortable with it, then you can move on to the next one. You can also try using code patterns, but you'd also need to make sure that you don't swear by them, which means that code patterns most of the times are good, and this is why they're there, but don't be that person that goes in their code base, for example, in an open source project, doesn't see this specific kind of pattern, and then mocks this open source project. In the end of the day, we would all like to become better engineers and better persons as well. So last but not least is to have an accountability buddy, and this means that you have a person, maybe a family member, maybe a friend of yours, maybe somebody in your own community, coding community, your local community, that you believe that will help you to become better engineer and better person as well. You want someone that will help you and motivate you. Someone that won't let you lose focus on what you want to achieve. What's your end goal? There are some people out there that want this extra boost because that will spark their creativity and productivity. So what would be the best way for you to start learning coding faster? What are you gonna build next? Drop us a comment below. And if you like this video, you're gonna love this one right about here, in which we talk about the harsh truths of being a software engineer in today's world. Thanks for watching. Bye.